Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we are back to Submerged. So, there's a ton of issues, I suppose, that we're running into. Trying to find collectibles, trying to make sure we don't miss little things before we get the final supply crates. I think the right move is to not pick up any supply crates going forward. There's 4 remaining in the game, but the map itself has a lot of area I haven't covered, and I don't fully get it. Like, I don't fully get a game that's gonna so want you to drive everywhere. So in the Zelda game, The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, they had all of the world flooded, and it actually was just a programming mechanic they used because it allowed for no load screens. This game has kind of failed on that point because this game does have load screens. The Titan Sphere, interesting. It has load screens after you collect the each supply drop. I'm guessing I just have to assume she's naming these things as she finds them. And looking out on those edges doesn't really do anything. So I'm half just trying to fill in the map and half actually looking for things. Getting in between buildings, bringing out your telescope is probably the thing to do. So we're still one creature short. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a storyline based creature though, so we may never run into them out here. Now what I'm not trying to do is get 100% map coverage. That seems like an insane goal, not worthy of my time. But I am, however, trying to stay within buildings and see more. We can enjoy the music. It's still good. It's not drastically different, and it kind of just goes quiet for a little bit and then comes back, which I've certainly seen people do worse than that. I saw something up there. Maybe I've already marked that one. There's a lot. And anytime we see buildings like that, we need to use the camera to get to them. And she's just sinking the other boats and taking their boosts. Which I suppose implies a different understanding of this world than what I have. Here's something I probably shouldn't do. Don't climb buildings unless I've spotted things, but honestly, I was pretty sure I hadn't been to this. Right. So the dot to the north is probably one to go for. Just look at everything. And when I get on this edge of the map, it always rains. So the dynamic weather is connected to the part of the map you're on. Perhaps the rain is a system in itself to ensure you don't try to travel further. The game is doing something with the player's emotions, making certain areas scary, with weather, sound effects, lighting. I'm not sure it fully succeeds in every location, however, because I still was able to go to the edge and hit an invisible wall. It would have been so easy for them to say to have the game stop you, or just have a great like barrier reef as a thing that circled around the whole place. So we can kind of fly this way. And this is the ship hospital that we're at. And cross our fingers that we found everything there. How many upgrades on the boosts are there? Seems like more than you would guess. And how well can I steer this boat? Not that well. These dolphins seem to be in love with me. All of these boat upgrades I think they're doing a nice job of forcing me around. There's a blank billboard. Have I been on the top of the Rummingholt Memorial Library? I bet the answer is no. Let's see. There's one we can go get. There's only 2 more supply drops that are in the entire game. Well, at this rate, as far as this girl, she's strikes me as unlikely to survive this story, but there wouldn't be anything stopping you from doing a prequel. In fact, the fact that he is hurt, yes, that is strange, just like a slide area. The fact that her brother is hurt starts you off in a decent position to ask that question of how did he get cut? Was it just an average accident with a fishing spear, or did their father do it? If you did a prequel, you could open up the idea that you're playing as the brother and he's the active one and she's the puzzle solving one. You could have different sections where you get separated. Have we been to this? Well, some of these you simply just don't see. Yeah. Like a fishing spear combat mechanic. I so desperately want something like that, even if it's not the main thing. Like, this feels like a Legend of Zelda game, and just like a Legend of Zelda game, you start with that wooden sword. There's a game that recently came out called Hellblade Susuna's Sacrifice, and while it does have a puzzle mechanic and a fighting mechanic and maybe a couple other puzzle mechanics in it, the majority of the game is kind of just walking around, and it looks very pretty like this, but it suffers from it not really being enough of a game to satisfy. And they came out immediately as they were advertising it and told people that it was going to be short, like it was, like that was a good selling point. I don't recall the advertising for this game, to be fair. So if somebody, if they did try to push it as, well, this is a short game and that's what we're trying to do, I would probably laugh at that as much as I would laugh at Hellblade. It's kind of a shame. Yeah, but I think I would like this character back. The game of Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons, was also similar game, 2 siblings. running around an adventure, doing some subtle puzzles, doing some platforming. I could see that here. In fact, I could see it being done by the people that made this game better. Well, we're filling in things. 25 of 60 secrets. Honestly, it's probably not worth your time floating around every single building right now. This upper left section has been missed. So, if I move this direction, it seems like these plants might be growing more. Maybe, maybe not. You always start at home, but the home base is designed poorly for that. If it was a rounded off area and you started in the middle and you could just turn in any direction and leave and get on the boat, that would be a lot better. And I imagine what you would want to do is have, that's one more of those. I imagine what you'd want to do is have the character looking in a different direction after every cutscene. That way, very specifically, you're pointing them towards go this direction. This is where the story wants you to go. Or at the very least, have your eyes on this direction. This feels a lot like a pretty busy area. I kind of wonder though. The net to the sky. It's a big antenna tower. That's clearly something to get. This is one we can collect. So, what would be the guesstimate? It's about 3 collectibles for every place that has a supply drop. If there's 6 supply drops, then should we estimate about 18, maybe less than that, 15 secret collectibles? The worst case scenario would be to find, let's see, there's 30 more, and we found all 6 of the remaining supply crates. Yeah, if we found everything except for one, just one collectible out there missing, and we were climbing to the final supply drop and we still haven't found it, that's where things would get annoying. Let's see. Trying to find the boat upgrade. Where is it? Where are you hiding it from me, game? And I'm crossing my fingers that there's something here. And there is. Suppose all of these levels could have been just left over from something like a Tomb Raider game. Let's see. How are we now? Slightly to the right. And eventually we'll find that boat upgrade. We go under here. How am I doing such a poor job of finding it? There it is. And where are we now? If we've run this direction and then pull out this, there's more collectibles clearly over there. It's just too much. And we'll just dash this direction. And there's one here that I'm looking at, but there's also one here. And see, I'd hate to have to climb up everything. I'm wondering if I find one of these areas and I've already been here, is it going to let me continue the climb, or will the game just very subtly and nicely destroy the plants and take away the ability to reach the area? Let's see, is this the North Star? Who would know? I'd have to find a constellation of something, like Orion's belt. And you can't just jump down. You could definitely imagine a rope being placed up at the top, and then you kick it down, and then you can exit quickly. It's missing that polish. Definitely. Of course, I'm sure it would be pretty easy to make the argument it doesn't need that polish, because this game is so short. Anyways, the time-saving mechanics you would normally put in the game may inherently just be too efficient. Right. I believe I am going sort of in the right direction. Sort of. Now this is the area that scared me before. It has this sound. So this time I'm not going to be deterred. I'm going to go as far as the game will let me, and I imagine we're either going to see something or the map's just going to curve me around. Alright. I'm at the very top, and it just curved me around. We are at 29 of 30 secrets. There's still major sections that need to be sorted out. I imagine the way the wheel is oriented with the boost, there are more upgrades to your boost, and I'm just burning through all of it and still haven't really haven't made it that far. The outer edge is quite a bit, quite a distance. I wonder if the final creature might be on the far edge of the map, and therefore you do have to get on the far edge and then pull out your binoculars and look for it. I don't think I've been up this building. Actually, I have. So I could do it again. And try to negotiate myself out of this area. Just get into more of this. So a straight down path to look around some more. But there's not too much to see. Yeah. In the lower right corner, there's definitely, I could maybe make one pass, one swoop in the lower right corner. In the lower left corner, I kind of need to make a full circle all around. And in the upper right corner, there's a pathway that I need to go through. But the areas of the map that are uncharted so far are starting to look particularly small. I don't know how we have 30 more things though. If we assume that 18 of them are with the 6, 12, 18. Where's the other 13? They've got to be hidden on the map somewhere. I guess we'll have to find out. And we'll probably have to move the story forward. That's it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.